Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our freezing, well not freezing, but a little bit chilly weather window once again today. Lots of low-hanging clouds as we look over the Wenatchee Valley. And thank you to Sky5 for providing these beautiful shots of our valley. And this one is at Wenatchee Heights in our cross camera. And you can see those low-hanging clouds. We did see some flakes flying around today, but the overall weather today, unseasonably cold, and we're in for some more snow too. Not so much tonight or into tomorrow, or I should say tonight into tomorrow that's the time we'll see our first storm system, maybe 2 to 3 inches of snow in the Wenatchee area. We are under a winter weather advisory from 1 a.m. until about 1 p.m. tomorrow, and then as we move past that, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a cold few days, that's for sure, and we'll have more snow once again as we get into Sunday night and into your President's Day Monday. That could affect you folks that are working Monday morning on that morning commute, so be careful traveling this weekend. We'll have more weather for you coming up a little bit later on. And now here are a few of the stories that we're following for you tonight. Governor Jay Inslee on Thursday allowed the 4 counties of north central Washington to move into phase 2 of the state's COVID-19 recovery program. A Quincy man is charged with multiple gambling offenses for allegedly running a gambling ring that took bets on the Super Bowl in Douglas and Grant counties. And speaking of the governor, Jay Inslee canceled a planned trip to Wenatchee today with his staff citing weather concerns. But first we begin tonight. 2 people are dead and another critically injured after a car crashed into the Avenue Barber Shop on Chelan Avenue and 2nd Street in Wenatchee last night. Identities of the victims is not yet being released, but one was a passenger in the vehicle and the other was inside that barber shop. In a press release this morning, Wenatchee Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld said police believe the driver suffered a medical emergency while driving. Rivercom received multiple calls about the car being driven erratically on North Chelan Avenue before it hit another vehicle and then swerved into the barber shop. Reinfeld said there were others injured in the wreck, which happened about 6:30 p.m. last night, but the number of people hurt and the severity of their injuries is not yet being released. The critically injured person was initially reported to have died, but it was revived at Central Washington Hospital and then flown to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. Governor Jay Inslee yesterday allowed the 4 counties of north central Washington to move into phase 2 of the state's COVID-19 recovery program. The move, effective Monday, opens more aspects of the economy in Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanogan counties, such as indoor dining and restaurants at 25% capacity. It also allows weddings and funerals to be conducted indoors at limited capacity and with other restrictions. Museums and theaters may admit up to 25% of their usual capacity, and sports considered low to moderate risk for transmitting coronavirus can be played indoors. Inslee designated the counties of the north central region for phase 2, along with 4 other regions of Washington at a Thursday afternoon press conference. He also said he would authorize the Department of Commerce to distribute another $87 million for additional rental assistance and business assistance programs from the state's disaster response account. The South Central region, which includes Ellensburg, Yakima, and the Tri-Cities areas, will remain in phase 1. The Puget Sound and West regions have been in phase 2 for several weeks. Meanwhile, a Quincy man is charged with multiple gambling offenses for allegedly running a gambling ring that took bets on the Super Bowl in Douglas and Grant counties. 69-year-old Ricardo Garces of Quincy was under investigation for about 18 months before he was charged Thursday in Douglas County Superior Court for counts leading to organized crime, collecting an unlawful debt, keeping gambling records, and second-degree professional gambling. State Gambling Commission investigators say that Garces ran a $20,000 Super Bowl betting operation in 2018 and 2019. The ring allegedly took in money from bettors in East Wenatchee and in Moses Lake. Well, speaking of the governor, Jay Inslee canceled a planned trip to Wenatchee today with his staff citing weather concerns. Inslee had planned to tour the mass COVID-19 vaccination effort at the town Toyota Center. Prior to that, he'd planned to visit Wenatchee High School to see how the school is operating under COVID-19 protocols. His office has not said if the trip will be rescheduled. Well, coming up next, a report from the State Department of Health finds since Washington students returned to classrooms, there have been 84 outbreaks of COVID-19 in schools, but none of them in north central Washington. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell assumed the chair yesterday of the Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation. And with snow expected in much of the state this holiday weekend, the Washington Department of Transportation is concerned that traffic on the mountain passes will be especially heavy as people look for opportunities to recreate. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Link Transit is ready when you are. With enhanced health and safety measures, we've installed upgraded air purifiers and safety partitions between drivers and passengers. Plus, the interior of all of our buses are thoroughly cleaned and disinfected every day. When riding Link Transit, please remember to wear a mask, maintain physical distance, sign up for transit alerts, and stay home if you are sick. Healthier Transit is here. Go to linktransit.com to learn more.
Welcome back. In another news, a report from the State Department of Health finds since Washington students returned to classrooms, there have been 84 outbreaks of COVID-19 in schools, but none of them here in north central Washington. An outbreak is characterized as symptomatic COVID infections among 2 or more related students or staff. The report identified outbreaks in K through 12 schools between August 1st and December 31st. They were cataloged in 13 counties and none of them in our region. The outbreaks accounted for 305 total cases, half of them students. None of those cases resulted in hospitalization or death. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell assumed the chair yesterday of the Senate Committee on Science, Commerce, and Transportation. With the switch to a Democratic majority in the Senate, Cantwell becomes the first woman ever to head that committee. The last Washington Commerce chair was Warren Magnuson from 1955 to 1977. Former chair Senator Roger Wicker of Mississippi introduced Cantwell.
Last month we witnessed one transfer of power as President Biden was sworn in. Today we mark a similar transfer from this side of the dais to the other. Given this committee's record of bipartisan accomplishments, I believe the Commerce Committee is the best prepared committee to carry on the nation's business in a 50-50 Senate.
35 years ago, as a young worker in the state of Washington, I had an opportunity to go over to Senator Magnuson's house in Magnolia, Washington. It's a little neighborhood of Seattle, and have coffee with him and Senator Danny Inouye. And believe me, they regaled us with a lot of history and a lot of stories about the Commerce Committee. I had no idea that many years ago that I'd be sitting in this seat today. And the most important thing about, I think, that day and those 2 individuals who some of us actually got to know is that this committee can operate in a collegial fashion. We can get important work done for the people of the United States.
Cantwell's fellow Washington Senator Patty Murray now chairs the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. Well, with snow expected in much of the state this holiday weekend, the Washington State Department of Transportation is concerned that traffic on the mountain passes will be especially heavy as people look for opportunities to ski, snowboard, or recreate in other ways. WashDOT says they're expecting popular winter areas to fill up quickly, and people are being warned not to impede plowing efforts by parking on the side of the highway. In addition, with the snow and heavy traffic, the passes are expected to be slow going. WashDOT says anyone traveling on the passes should have plenty of gas, snacks, and backup plans if recreation areas are full. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
At Winco, we're working to save you money. Every aisle, every department, every day. Winco.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, Chelan Douglas Health Officer Dr. Malcolm Butler says getting the COVID-19 vaccine to people unable to get the mass vaccination site at the Town Toyota Center is challenging and made more so by a shortage of the vaccine. In a video posted yesterday by the Chelan Douglas Health District, Butler said there are plans underway for wider vaccination efforts, but for now, the Town Toyota Center site is the most efficient way to reach the most people.
So mathematically, the best way to beat this pandemic is to vaccinate as many people as possible as quickly as possible, right? And to do that, what we need to do is to have people come to us, come to where the vaccine is. And now I'm just talking about mathematics and how to get things done as rapidly as possible, right? So imagine if I have 10 healthcare workers and I've got a line of people who are interested and qualified to be vaccinated, they're lined up in front of me, I can vaccinate 1,000 people a day. I can vaccinate huge numbers of people when they come to me. Now, if I need to go out and find and vaccinate people who don't have the ability to come into the Town Toyota Center, who have language barriers and other barriers to signing up on the internet, with those same 10 healthcare workers, I can vaccinate maybe 20 people in a day. So as far as an effective utilization of a very limited resource, and that is our healthcare workers, the quickest way to get it done is at a central site like the Town Toyota Center and have the people who can make it there, go there and get vaccinated, right? So then what we have to do though is that and. So we need to do the mass vaccination site and we need plans to go out and to help people who can't come in or who have barriers to coming into the Town Toyota Center. And we've got lots of good ideas. We have strike teams that are ready to go out into agricultural sites and to go out to the schools. We have healthcare workers who are standing by at Confluence and at Columbia Valley and at Cascade and in Chelan, so that when the vaccine does come, we, the healthcare providers, the healthcare delivery systems, can actually call our patients in. So I can generate a list of all of my patients who are over the age of 65, and I can invite them to come in so that we can vaccinate them. And that's what we have been doing when we've had vaccine, but right now we've got no vaccine. So please rest assured, as soon as we've got the vaccine, we're going to be reaching out to people who cannot access the vaccine at the Town Toyota Center. And that's super important to us.
All right, time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast as we head into this Valentine's Day / President's Day weekend. And today it was another winter day out there with lots of low-hanging clouds, snow off and on throughout the day as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from Wenatchee Heights cross camera, our Sky-Fi camera up that way. Not a whole lot to see today, as I mentioned. Can't even see the foothills for most of the afternoon. Not a lot of snow fell. Most of that was overnight, but we do have more coming. High temperature today, I don't even know if you can call it that. 19 degrees, our high temperature unofficially today. 16 was our overnight low, and look at that. We tied the record from just 2 years ago in 2019, so now we're in the record books as well. 41 is our normal high right now, 27 our normal low, and our record high was back in 2015, a beautiful day at 59 degrees. Sunrise 7:10, and the sunset this afternoon 5:20. As we get into your weekend now and Saturday, temperatures tomorrow will be cold once again. And remember, snow moving in tonight, and that means an inch or two of snow as you wake up tomorrow. And then, yeah, more snow tomorrow. Mid-20s for the Columbia Basin, lower 20s back in the Wenatchee Valley, Chelan 24, and Omak slightly warmer at 25 degrees tomorrow. Let's get to that surface loop now, and I can show you all that's going on. 2 storm systems will affect us over the next 4 days. Tonight, the first one, cloudy and 80% chance of snow after 10 o'clock. You can see all of this moisture moving in on us. Maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow overnight with a winter weather advisory overnight as well. For Saturday, cloudy skies, and look at the state of Washington inundated with snow. A 90% chance here. 1 to 2 inches is possible. And you can see warmer air is fighting with that colder northeast air. And we are kind of caught right in the middle on Saturday. For Sunday and Valentine's Day, cloudy skies, not so much happening during the day, but by the evening hours, a 60% chance of snow, 1 to 3 inches possible once again, and that could mean a snowy President's Day too. Cloudy, 50% chance of rain, and you can see it here, but look at our airflow from the southwest, and that means warmer temperatures as we get into Monday. We're talking highs then, mainly in the lower to mid 30s, but then things really warm up as we get into Tuesday through Thursday. Mostly cloudy, not ruling out an isolated shower Tuesday, but look how this colder air is kind of eroding away here in the state of Washington, and that'll make for some better temperatures, that's for sure. By Wednesday, we start seeing some rain showers, a 40% chance of rain because of those warmer temperatures. Remember, normal now is about 41 degrees, and then by the end of our forecast Thursday, it's going to stay wet around the Pacific Northwest, a 50% chance of rain. The good news, yeah, it will be nice and mild. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to another cold one, 16. Snow likely tomorrow and cold at 22. 60% chance of snow overnight Sunday into Monday. But look at our temperatures on Monday and especially into Tuesday. 31 Monday, 38 on Tuesday, and all the way up finally, right, into the lower 40s on Wednesday and Thursday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
At Winco, we do everything, everything to save you money. Winco.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Friday to you. Isaac Bonton scored 26 points, and Washington State beat UCLA and the Palouse last night, 81-73 the final. Win was a nice way to avenge an earlier 30-point blowout loss in Los Angeles this season. Alia Kuntz came off, they call him Jazz, let's just call him Jazz, came off the bench to add 13 points. Coach Kyle Smith says he was forced to change the lineup a little bit last night.
Thought it was a really good game for us tonight. We thought we played really well. Obviously, with Deshaun turning his ankle against Oregon State, we had to change up our lineup, but it might have helped us in a sense. UCLA really bothered us last game when they played small and exposed us, and we were able to match up a little bit and made some shots early, got us out to a good start, and Isaac played terrific, and it was a great effort by our guys.
Cougars improved to 5-8 in Pac-12 play with a win, 12-8 overall. Meanwhile, USC won its 11th game in its last 12, downing Washington 69-54. Evan Mobley scored 17 points for the 20th-ranked Trojans, while his brother Isaiah had 12 points and 12 boards. Kane Green led the Huskies with 16 points and lost Washington's 11th in Pac-12 play to just 2 victories on the season. Well, Gonzaga coming up tomorrow will play at San Francisco. That's a 3 o'clock game for the number 1 team in the country. That's on ESPN2. Washington hosts UCLA at 4:30 on the Pac-12 network. Washington State will see what it can do against 20th-ranked USC. That's a 5 o'clock game on ESPNU. Well, Dana Evans celebrated her senior day by scoring 25 points and dishing out 7 assists to help third-ranked Louisville down Georgia Tech 85-70. Haley Van Lith scored just 4 points and had 4 turnovers in 26 minutes of playtime. She also had 5 rebounds as the Cardinals improved to 19-1 on the season, 12-1 in ACC play. In Spokane, Jill Townsend led 3 Gonzaga players in double figures with 19 as the Bulldogs beat San Francisco 79-66. Jen Worth added 14 points and 9 boards as the 17th-ranked Gonzaga won its 16th straight game on the season. Coming up tonight, Washington plays at Arizona State at 4 o'clock, while Washington State travels to Tucson to face 10th-ranked Arizona at 6 on the Pac-12 network. Gonzaga hosts Santa Clara tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Then on Sunday, you can watch Haley Van Lith and third-ranked Cardinals against Syracuse at 10 o'clock in the morning on ESPN2. Huskies take on the Wildcats at 11 on the Pac-12 network. Washington State tips at Arizona State at 11:30. Well, the governor's announcement yesterday that our region will go into phase 2 on Monday was happy news for area high schools. Not only does it mean practice will begin next week, but they'll be able to play games for the first time since last March in less than a month. The NCWLIFE channel will also be able to bring you Season 1 games live here on your local TV station. It begins March 4th with our first ever broadcast of swim meet as Eastmont hosts Wenatchee and Moses Lake at the Eastmont Aquatic Center. We'll be at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl the following night for the Panthers and Chiefs in football. Then Saturday, March 6th, we'll have girls soccer live from Eastmont High School as the Wildcats entertain Moses Lake at 1 o'clock. For our complete broadcast schedule, you can head to our website, ncwlife.com, or we've also posted the schedule on our Facebook page. In all, we'll have 16 broadcasts between March 4th and April 2nd. Things are going to get busy around here. NCWLIFE also working with the Wenatchee Apple Sox again this summer to bring you some summer collegiate baseball from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Apple Sox owner Jose Oglesby joined me on a Zoom conference this week and said he's worked out a deal with streaming service to bring games to fans all around the globe.
We will have a deal with PlaySide Inc. To do a live streaming using these cameras that have been installed in the ballpark. There are 4 of them. There are first base, third base, behind home plate, and center field. So our live streaming has gotten much better in quality than what we've done in the past. So this is going to be available on our website. Or on our Facebook live stream. I haven't quite decided yet. There's still some details that need to be ironed out, but we are really excited about bringing that to our fans in the Valley.
Oglesby's a former Microsoft executive. He says they've also added a unique training tool using 3D goggles to help hitters virtually.
Virtual reality headset that is mostly useful for training, and we want to offer this to players. That's available to players everywhere, including, I hope, we're going to try to promote players in the Wenatchee area who want to improve their baseball. Anyone ages 13 and over that can use a virtual reality headset should be able to use this app. And we want to make sure that we have that app available. Right now, as a promotion, it's available for 6 months for anybody who wants to go try it out and has a headset. What I want to do in the summer is I want to be able to have the headsets available at the park where people try them out. and I also want to have it available to our players and to our campers.
Apple Sox have also invested heavily in improving the experience for fans in the ballpark. General Manager Ali Shank says they're installing a new scoreboard at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
A big thing that we're going to see in 2021 when you guys arrive at the ballpark is we will have a new scoreboard. So that new scoreboard will include a huge video board as well, which will be awesome. We'll be able to see a lot of cool announcements and graphics and replays and different ads and everything that you can imagine on there. So it'll be a really fun way to upgrade the ballpark and a way to bring technology in, which will be really nice. We're also going to be increasing and upgrading our ticket scanning capability. And so instead of going into the gate, we're actually going to be scanning tickets. We're going to be making sure that we're super COVID safe and COVID friendly. And so a lot of that includes just updating the ballpark and making sure that we're using the best technology that we can.
We'll have my complete interview with Jose and Ali Tuesday on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. That's a look at sports news. Have a safe and sane weekend. Happy Valentine's Day to my love, Marion, and happy anniversary to Grant and Michelle.
Thank you very much, Eric. I'm a lucky guy. And as we leave you on this Friday night, we do it with amazing video and pictures. You may have seen this circulating on social media. A couple folks in the Peshastin area on Tuesday caught a bunch of bull elk crossing Highway 2 on camera. The first is video from Andrew Peterson from his cell phone as the Bachelor Band of Rocky Mountain Elk cross US 2. The second is still photos taken by Chad Spees as the elk make it through an orchard through the Wenatchee River and up to the other side. Take a look.
Oh man, holy crap, dude. Oh man, look at him. Wow. Look at that one.
That is amazing. And remember, if you have a video of the day that you'd like to see on the NCW Life Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Tuesday morning on on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Yes, Grant, I cannot tell a lie. Just like George Washington, we won't be here for Washington's birthday on Monday. We get a 3-day weekend, and I'm really looking forward to Tuesday because this very rarely happens. When we're back on Tuesday, here's what's going to be happening. The moon will be in the 7th house. Jupiter will be aligned with Mars. Peace will guide our planets, and love will steer the stars. It's going to happen on Tuesday. Can't wait. Have a great 3-day weekend. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. And as Dan just mentioned, no newscast on Monday, and we hope you all enjoy the long weekend. Also, for more on our stories tonight and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner with dine-in or takeout options. Highlander Grill's friendly staff is here to serve you 7 days a week this winter. Contact Chelan, Highlander Grill's site coordinator, to schedule your corporate event or special occasion.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.